What's up, y'all? Ladies and gentlemen, G's and gents, peeps and cronies. This is Professor Goodfeels. It's the Professor Goodfeels Show, and I am Professor Goodfeels, as you know. This is going to be a different kind of. First of all, I want to let you know I'm using my back camera, whatever. I'm trying to mess with that 60 frame 4K. So let me know what you think about it. And also, too, I'm going to review it later on. But I cannot see really what it is I look like because it's facing my window. But, whatever. We're here now. But let's talk about y'all's kids. Let's talk about the kids as a whole. Because we love the kids, right? And, when I think back to my childhood and just looking at other kids around me and stuff like that, our parents could sometimes be dicks. No disrespect. No disrespect. But it's just crazy. Like, me personally, I want my children to grow up to be curious because I'm naturally curious. I want my kids to grow up wondering about the world and going out and exploring and seeing new and different things and, speaking their minds. I want my children to be strong, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually as well. I want them to be able to take care of themselves and live not relying on anyone, independent, and just being themselves, their true authentic selves. But when it's coming back, when you think about a lot of parents, and when I think about a lot of parents, our parents were psychologically conditioned and taught to believe that questions are wrong. Now, that whole thing still pertains to society today because oftentimes when you ask questions that are outside of the norm, you get looked at as this and that and blase, blase. You get shunned. Let's get to the meat. You get shunned. But I see how the children are being taught like that. I'm seeing how people are continuously making these people who condemn other people to ask questions. I see the process and how it works. And one of the things I look at is like when you see a child, correcting their parents, the first thing the parents are going to do is like, oh, you trying to oppose me, you trying to overthrow me, you trying to make me look bad, you trying to embarrass me, so I need to embarrass and attack you in some way, form, or fashion. And to me, that's bullshit because I'm just like, fam, all my nigga did was just, well, whatever. I'm gonna speak my mind, but all my little dude did was just ask a question. Because that would happen to me a couple of times. I would get scolded or looked at or something like that when all I did was just ask a question out of pure curiosity because I'm still a child. I don't know this world that I'm around. So I'm looking to you, my mother, or, whatever father figure you may have, or some people, whatever. I'm looking to you to find the answers to those things because I just do not know. And I find it really saddening that people have been taught to be like this. And then also too, a lot of people see it as an attack on their pride almost. When their kid asks them like, hey dad, mom, you told me not to do this, why are you doing this too? Oh, because I'm grown, he ain't supposed to do this, blah, blah. See, that's the typical bullshit answer you get from someone who doesn't have a logical response. That's someone who is going to argue with you instead of debate with you, who's going to argue instead of have a discussion with you. You see what I'm saying? That it's a lot of messed up pride tactics that have been put into our parents that they will unconsciously instill within us. But I think our generation is still kind of going in a different direction. It's not a perfect generation that we live in, no, but it is one that is going in a different direction than our parents did because certain things we don't tolerate that the older generation did, in my honest opinion. We can see things a little differently because we saw how y'all treated us because y'all didn't have the love y'all needed. Y'all didn't feel the love that you needed to feel. So you put it on us. But a lot in our generation, I've noticed a lot of people in our generation are coming out and saying, I want to do better for my kids. I've seen whole drug dealers and gangbangers and stuff like that do a complete 360 for the sake of their kids and the sake of their family. Because that person, that guy, that woman, whatever, they know what it's like to not have the love that you desire. They know what it's like to want that love and not get it from your parents. You see what I'm saying? This particular this particular lack of love that I've seen, a lot of people understand it within my generation. And my thing is to help spread awareness of it, to understand, to get more folks to see, okay, I don't have this and I feel a certain type of way about it. I feel sad because I didn't get this, so I'm going to give this to my child so that way they don't have to. There's still some who feel like, okay, I can't express myself, but again, this is the kind of stuff that I just like to talk about because we need to do better. We've already seen what's been going on with our parents and the way the world is now. We need to do something a lot differently. I want my children to be able to say, hey, Dad, why did you do this when you told me not to? And I'll be like, damn, you know what, you right. I sure did do this. Because that pride that a lot of parents have, they're afraid to almost apologize to their kids. You know, they see them as unworthy sometimes of an apology. That's the way I feel it. Because when you do something wrong, you know, sometimes you'll admit to your homeboys, oh shit, my bad, bro, I did this, blah, blah, blah. Why can't you do the same thing for your own flesh and blood? I'm just gonna keep it 100. I can count on my hands. No, I can't, because I haven't really seen it too much. At least not many times I can recall an actual parent apologizing to their kids in front of my very eyes. I've never seen that. Because that pride is a motherfucker. That pride won't let you admit your own wrongdoings. And again, this is parents teaching this to children in some form or fashion, you know. Because they feel like they gotta be the hard one sometimes. I understand certain things too, that, hey, maybe you don't have the father figure or the love or something like that, but it's like the same thing with being a leader to me. You still have a certain responsibility to your role and to your position that you're taking, that you still must oblige by, you know. But that's just me, though. That's something I was thinking about and I was marinating on, because I really am thinking, like, how do I want my children to be? Because seeing the way a lot of people are right now, how some people can be, I don't want that for my kids. I'm not afraid to say I'm sorry. I'm not afraid to say I messed up or something like that kind of nature. You know, if I feel like it was wrong and then we actually have a discussion, I'm cool with that. But I definitely want that to be passed on to my children. But, excuse me, my bad. That was just something that was on my mind. Let me know what y'all think about that. Comments, stuff like that down below. Let me know how your day is going. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. If you got something that's on your mind that you want to express or something like that, my inbox is always open. Y'all stay smooth like butter, slick like hair grease, and fine like cream gravy. This Professor Goodfeels, hoping that this whole video got recorded and in a good angle. Y'all take it easy. Stay smooth, y'all.